Welcome to another intriguing episode of Mind Matters, where we unravel the complexities of the human mind. Today, we're diving into the captivating world of introversion and extraversion, two contrasting poles that shape our personalities. Let's kick things off with a fundamental understanding. Introversion and extraversion, often referred to as extravertedness, are like yin and yang in the realm of personality traits. These traits are characterized by distinct interactions with the social environment. Picture it as a spectrum where one end leans toward introspection, while the other craves external stimuli. Now let's go back to the roots of this fascinating concept. Carl Gustav Jung, the trailblazer in the field of psychology, first wove the threads of introversion and extraversion into his typology. So let's open the first chapter of our exploration, introversion. Imagine introversion as a gentle pull inward. Introverted individuals, as if drawn by the moon's gravity, focus their attention and energy on their inner world. In social gatherings, they often take on the role of silent observers, described as quiet, reserved, and calm. Importantly, introversion isn't synonymous with shyness. It's a unique facet of personality. There are introverts who are shy and extroverts who are not. Here's a fascinating tidbit. Introverts have a different energy currency. After a prolonged stretch without time for themselves, they might feel drained like a battery on the brink. This is in stark contrast to extroverts who thrive on external interactions. This dynamic has become even more apparent in our modern world, with studies showing introverts coping remarkably well during the isolation of the pandemic lockdown. Now let's debunk a common misconception. When introverts decline party invitations or opt for solitude, it's not a sign of disinterest or indifference. Introverts, like their extroverted counterparts, yearn for social connections, friendships, and shared experiences. They just navigate these waters at their own pace, often opting for intimate gatherings over bustling parties. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Deborah Johnson from the University of Iowa took a peek into the brains of introverts using positron emission tomography. What did she find? Introverts showcased enhanced blood flow and activity in the frontal lobes and anterior thalamus, regions associated with memory, problem-solving, and planning. In contrast, extroverts exhibited increased activity in sensory processing areas, hinting at a different rhythm in their mental dance. Now, let's pivot to the other side of the spectrum. Extroversion. Extroversion is the life of the personality party. It's characterized by an outward-facing attitude, a zest for interaction, and a love for the stimulating dance within social groups. Picture someone talkative, assertive, active, energetic, dominant, enthusiastic, and adventurous. That's the essence of extroversion. But rewind to 1921, and you'll find Carl Jung introducing the world to the terms introversion and extraversion. In Jung's eyes, these were opposing forces: perception, thinking, feeling, and intuition, tugging individuals in different directions. He categorized individuals as normal, strongly extroverted, or strongly introverted. It was a captivating framework that laid the groundwork for the personality theories that followed. Enter Hans Eysenck, who viewed introversion and extraversion not as opposing forces, but as points on a continuum. He attributed these differences to varying brain excitability, proposing that extroverts seek external stimuli because they lack internal ones. This adds a layer of complexity to the dance, as introverts maintain their optimal arousal levels through internal stimuli. It's like two dancers swaying to different rhythms on the same dance floor. Fast forward to today, and the extroversion-introversion scale is a central piece of the 5-factor model, the gold standard for describing personality traits. We find ourselves in a world where individuals aren't neatly boxed into introverted or extroverted categories. Instead, there's a fascinating middle ground called ambiversion. These are individuals who sway between introverted and extroverted tendencies, creating a dynamic and nuanced dance. And there you have it, the enthralling dance of introversion and extraversion. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the mind.